And I was like, nigga, from what I heard, as far as the diss Pusha T put out, I was like, shit, buddy.
It was like a well-earned.
You gotta decode that motherfucker. Like, that nigga didn't go direct it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it was a one-line.
Yeah, I said, Jimmy put out like a diss. Yeah, he put out a diss at that nigga. Like, okay, I'm gonna come at your motherfucking ass. You already started it? Hey, welcome back.
2Ps in the pod.
2Ps in the motherfucking pod. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, we back at it. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, Young Skinny, aka LL Cool Dre.
Just your boy, Young Who You.
Hey, we back up in this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Been a little bit of time, but we back up in this thing, man. So y'all know how we normally do. We gonna hit y'all with whatever the fuck going on in the world right now.
And I didn't mean to say Young Who You because I'm really not young. I'm pretty old.
We old.
He said it, and it just kind of flew out the same way, but that's what it was, though.
We got a lot of alias names, man. But you know, y'all fuck with us. Y'all fuck with us on our social media platforms.
I know we be keeping these niggas laughing.
Right. TikTok, IG, Facebook, all that shit. If y'all fuck with us, y'all know what it is with us.
And also go support my dispensary over there off of 4001 Tinker Diagonal in Dell City. And we out there working on a lounge, man, little sports lounge. So y'all can get some drinks and get a pre-party before y'all go party.
Yeah. Fuck with black business.
Man, we all trying to do some shit, man. Fuck with us, man.
Fuck with black business. We got some things in the works, but I'm gonna let y'all know when I got some more shit established.
Yeah, what we gonna be talking about today?
Man, we talking about a whole bunch of different shit, man. Y'all know it's been a lot of things going on in the world. You know, one of the first things we want to talk about DC Young Fly, man, and you know his the passing of his baby mama Jackie O. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's his wife or just his baby mama, but
no, they was married.
They was married. Yeah, okay, so respectfully, yeah, that was his wife, man. And you know, it was a whole sad situation. You know what I'm saying? She was getting a little surgery done, get a little mama makeover. You know what I'm saying? Get her body made over.
I didn't even understand what that was.
Got a lot of women, man. They get the little tummy tucks.
See, I didn't think that. I was thinking she was gonna get like a makeover, like they do her makeup, do her hair, you know, do little waxing and shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting actual surgery type shit.
Majority of women I talk to today that be talking about these mommy makeovers, they want like the tummy tuck. Sometimes they do a little BBL. They get their breast kind of either the breast implants or they'll get them like lifted. They'll do like a little bit.
Long tits or big, like, do you like those long tits or those circle tits that look like they got something else?
Me personally, I've never really been a real titty guy. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. Don't get it twisted. Like, I mean, I like them. I don't want no bitch that look like me with no shirt on. She got no
ass.
I like ass, but bro, if you look like me with no shirt on, come on, man.
I mean, but like, you know, like little lumps. But she got a fat ass.
Nah,
like,
can't do it. Today's shit too sketchy out here, man. I be like, bitch, why you ain't got no titties? You know what I'm saying? You 33.
When does that question come out? Like, when does a person really supposed to expose that shit?
That what? That she a trans or something?
Yeah.
I hope throughout the conversation when we first meet or some shit like that.
What if you get second base and then she's like, hey,
man,
I got something to tell you.
Let me tell you, bro. I be pissed the fuck off, man. Man, it just depends if I been drinking some of this shit, cause I might take off on. And let me say this before I as a disclaimer, you know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody out here. Whatever you choose to do, if you're gay, if you're trans and that, I ain't knocking nobody. I'm cool with a lot of y'all. But I'm just saying, like, I think that that's something that you should let somebody know out the gate. You know what I'm saying? When you fucking with somebody. Like, don't be out here just
this is my thing.
Like, y'all kissing in the club.
When I meet women, my first thing is I'm like, how many VPOs you got?
What?
These ladies, man, they be having VPOs on niggas and they be having VPOs on themselves more than anything, man. That's like the new trend.
What's the VPO?
A victim protection order.
Oh, okay. Goddamn.
I met a lady the other day. She had 2 VPOs on 2 dudes and 1 on a lady. That's 3 VPOs. So either you the problem or you the problem.
Goddamn.
Why all these niggas and girls coming at you like that to where you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Goddamn. What the fuck going on? Like you say, man.
They think they young and they just don't really be, they don't take in mind frame of who they actually inviting in their vicinity.
Fuck you got going on with all that shit?
or they just really out here mentally abusing folks and taking advantage, like that type of shit. But
That's
this new
crazy.
generation is crazy, man.
That's wild. But yeah, back to what we were saying though, man. Rest in peace to Jackie O, you know what I'm saying? She died throughout the situation. We gonna dance. We gonna dance. But we gonna get back to it. I'm gonna hold you there. You know what I'm saying? We'll get back to it. But yeah, rest in peace, Jackie O, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she died. DC, he got to take care of his three. They got 3 children. You know what I'm saying? He raising them.
How you feel about how he been taking it?
I feel like the way that DC been handling the situation with his family, like I respect it because it lets me know from a spiritual standpoint that he's really a strong spiritual person with God.
Very spiritual.
And me and you was just talking about that. Like I kind of feel the same way now because there's so much death that I've seen within the last 3 or 4, 5 years of my life that I'm just like.
Kind of shows you how to handle it.
I think so. I feel like it's an inevitable for everybody. Like it's gonna come.
And you gotta know how to handle it.
Yeah, it's gonna come, man. Like we gonna all pass. You don't know how it's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen. And it's a shocker to you when it's like, man, I just seen my partner and he gone. Or damn, somebody call you, be like, man, JB died. You like, goddamn, JB died.
So is that how you look at it? Like,
goddamn,
you're
JB.
here for a purpose. You don't know what that purpose is, so think about it. You're here for a purpose, and then you have to go. Mm-hmm. So you out here doing all this good shit for folks, and then eventually, man, I'm probably about to hit this purpose. Do you stop doing good shit and start acting a fool so that way you can maybe get a little bit more time? Mm.
You gotta live your life with the purpose of knowing that. Guess what? Like for me personally, I know when I die, there's a life after death. Mm. So if you believe in heaven, then you gotta believe in hell.
You don't think you come back?
Nope.
Okay,
maybe,
good question.
maybe,
good question.
Maybe. I don't motherfucker know.
Okay. So you telling me that this nigga in hell is gonna punish me for disobeying somebody that his ass was already disobeying?
This is my thoughts on it.
I would think he'd congratulate me. Maybe even have a party. Like,
he not.
Nigga, you was wilding out like I was.
He not necessarily punishing you for what you doing because he look at it like, nigga, you chose your side. You chose me over the other guy. But hell is somewhere. Even the Bible they talk about it. I know we going off the thing, but there's a lake of fire, and the lake of fire, even the devil will be in.
Exactly.
So he gonna be in the same motherfucking situation y'all motherfuckers, like the people in hell is. So he can't even. It ain't like he up there chilling and everything happening to everybody else. Is like, nigga, he finna be going through that shit too.
That's a lake of fire. You don't think that nigga adapted to that shit already?
Fuck no.
He might be comfortable.
Listen.
That's like a jacuzzi now, a little warm jacuzzi.
Listen, the way these niggas talking about what hell supposed to be, nigga, please. I don't want to be in that motherfucker. Fuck all that.
Listen, the Bible. I understand. I'm probably gonna get some hate on this, and you're right. And I do believe that there's a bigger entity out there. You know what I'm saying? A bigger spirit out there than me. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible's just like a comic book for that time. It was just like a series, a movie series for that time and era. It was just like entertainment.
I mean, for me, I don't. I look at it like a history book.
It was like XXL. It was like it was like the Shade Room. It was like how you get your info about what was going on in Jerusalem when you lived in Egypt.
I think you have to take shit with a grain of salt to an extent because to me, like the Bible and your whole relationship with God to me is like a test of your faith, period. Because some people are like, oh man, it just sounds so unrealistic. You know what I'm saying?
What is realistic? And then
But I tell people this too. When you decode and you break down the Bible, one thing y'all remember, we in America. This happened in Middle East. So the words mean different things over there versus how it's decoded and broke down here in the States. That's one thing. Then we've been taught certain things as far as being slaves and how things was taught to us. And then even when we're being
as a way of regulation.
That way, and then even when you just study the Bible as like a theologist and all them different people, when they break down the history of different things, even when you talk to people like around the world, like certain things mean different things, and certain people believe certain different things. Let me just say this, the disclaim all of that. Believe what you want to believe, but I will tell everybody this out there. Have you a personal relationship with God. You ain't got to be a Christian. You ain't gotta be a Muslim. You ain't gotta be a Buddhist, whatever. I talk to God, bro. I pray, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I do that shit when it's good and bad,
When
nigga.
you pray, do you pray through Jesus to convey your message to God, or do you pray directly to God?
I pray to God, and at the end of the prayer, I say, in your son's name, whether that's Jesus or Yahshua or whatever.
What about Buddha?
I don't know who that nigga is.
But the thing is, it's all right for the niggas to pray to him.
I ain't knocking no nigga. I don't tell. This is my thing. I don't knock no nigga on who they pray to or what they do, cause that's your personal situation. I believe in God as the nigga on top of everything.
And why?
Whether you call that nigga what the Muslim people, Islamic people call that nigga I'm sorry. I know people like you calling
Elijah
God.
Muhammad?
They like you calling God a nigga. I ain't calling him no nigga. That's just how we talk. We just drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Muslims call him Elijah Muhammad.
Nah, they call him Allah.
Oh, Allah. You right.
Allah. So he has many names, but it's the same dude we're talking to.
We know that.
Why? How do we know that?
Believe me that Allah is not the same Jesus that those Christians are praying to.
No, because Jesus and God are two different people.
Okay, you saying that Allah is God.
Allah is God.
But I'm saying the messenger. Everybody prays
you talking
to
about like the Messiah.
Yeah, everybody prays to a message, to the Messiah. And then he conveys that message to God, right?
If you're a Christian, you believe that Jesus is the Messiah. You believe he was the Son of God. You believe he died and he rose. I'm going to put this out there for me.
The white one.
That's who the fuck I believe.
The white one.
I don't think he was white.
But that's the picture that everybody shows us.
Think that's what the fuck. And y'all might get mad, but I think that's what the fuck white people didn't put out here and try to change it. If you read the Bible tells you this nigga was the color of copper.
He looked like me.
This nigga looked like this nigga. Dreads, beard. He was hiding amongst the people in Egypt. Them niggas ain't gonna look like no Tom Cruise nigga around them type of niggas. He'd have been spotted out just like that.
They had that nigga looking like Leonardo DiCaprio.
The picture that we see is the depiction of Jesus. They already said that was like some king and like
for real? So he's a real person?
One of these countries, that's like his son.
Okay.
That ain't what Jesus really looked like.
See, I didn't know that.
They don't know what the hell. Yeah, they don't know what the hell Jesus looked like. They just going out. That was some other dude, bro. Like that ain't really Jesus.
Okay, so what about this? Okay, you got the Catholic people who had slaves, who actually financed the slave trade, and these are people who vouch for Jesus the most, like the Catholic.
So, I mean, what's your question, Doc?
It's not a question. It's a statement. Just the fact that, like, these guys were out here doing this. How is it that we're looking at these people like they're saints when they were doing the most murdering and the most pillaging and sacrificing of anything?
From how I look at it,
I understand that it was from back in the days, but still, like,
from how I look at it is, they not saints. It's just like anybody else in this world. When you see a homeless person on the street, that nigga ain't no better than you. Whether you a Christian, whether you a preacher, whether you a mayor, you a governor, you're not above that nigga because you're a governor. Y'all niggas is we all people. God gives you choices whether to do right or do wrong. And I think people fuck up in life because they always be like, oh God, why did God let this happen? Why did God let slavery happen? Well, read the Bible, nigga. Niggas were slaves back then. Jesus got crucified, nigga. Nails through his shit. Why God ain't stopped that shit? He let the nigga die. He let him get stabbed in the side, nigga. He let John the Baptist get decapitated. God don't control you nigga like robots. He let you niggas choose what the fuck you want to do. What he telling you is, bro, if you choose me, nigga, when you die, you won't come stay with me, nigga, in eternity in a place that's, it ain't no death. It ain't no pain. This is heaven, nigga. He said, if you don't choose me, nigga, you going to the other side, nigga, and it's gonna be some shit you can't even fathom, nigga, on earth. Like, nigga, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, I believe when you die, you come back as a reborn in your bloodline. That's why we always be like, that's an old soul, and we know so much. That's why these kids are so advanced now, because when you die, that next newborn in your family, that's your ass coming back into that bloodline.
I think it's one of them things. What you saying?
Are you good at sports, or are you good at whatever happens in that family?
I think what you saying it could be. I'm one of them people too. I listen. I love like conspiracy theories. I love listening to them shit because they so interesting to me. And I don't know. You know, God tell you some things, and there's some things you ain't gonna know, and it's God doing what He want to do. When you die, and people be like, "Your spirit leaving you." You know, when a baby is born, a baby crying. So
have you
you know,
seen the little flash right before the sperm goes into the egg?
mm-mm.
It's like a light flash.
Oh
Once that
really?
motherfucker goes in.
I used to think when you died, like, bro, like, you know, people be like, you see the light, the white light, they like, don't go into the light, you know, it's the end. But they like, when you go into the light, I'm like, man, what if you go into the light and when you come to the other side, you a baby coming out? You know what I'm saying? And you can't remember nothing that happened before you. So I'm like, maybe.
But now they starting to remember that.
I've heard people say that there's like something, it's like a gulf. Like you can't remember stuff, but then I seen TikTok where they just show like a kid, bro. This nigga like he showed the police nigga where a body was buried. Like in his previous life, it was like a kid that was killed by somebody. And they like, how the fuck this kid know where the fuck this body was at? That's what they were saying. Like that was his previous life. He knew where the fuck he was at. And I was like, man, that's crazy. This some deep. That's some deep ass shit. I know y'all probably like, man, these niggas went all over the place. But that's what the fuck we do on 2Ps in the motherfucking pod.
My son had asked me the other day. He was like, "How I get here?" And I was like, "Nigga." He kept saying that his mom gave birth to him, and I was like, "Nigga, I gave your mom. I gave you to your mom."
They don't understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
I told my daughter that the other day too. She like, no, you didn't, Dad. You was in my balls for 20-something years.
Nigga, I was the carrier.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yep.
I was the one keeping your ass warm.
They don't understand that shit. I told my daughter that shit. I said, nigga, I carried you for 20-something years. I put you in your mama. And you grew in your mama. I said, I put you in your mama. No, you didn't, Dad.
Hey,
my mom had me.
But isn't it funny watching them try to like figure out like, what is he saying?
Right.
Like, how did this happen?
They don't get that shit. They get older. When they get older, they like our age, they gonna understand this shit. Then we can joke with them like that. I know. But like, nigga, I used to come on your mama all the time, nigga. You know what I'm saying?